Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the channel. Hope you're all well. Hope you've had a good day. It's not been a bad day for early winter, spring, February, whatever. Sun's been out, and we're looking forward to a good day. Welcome to Game Watch Live. Watch this live watch along between Arsenal and Manchester City. This will be one of the games that when the fixtures came out at the beginning of the season, you look at that and say that's one of the top games. Looking forward to that one. And so it should be. It's taken a bit of a different slant as this game now because all of a sudden it's not Man City at the top of the league, it's Liverpool, and these two teams are chasing Liverpool. And that's why I expect there to be a few goals in this. Yeah, as I was saying, I expect there to be a few goals in this because both these teams are chasing Liverpool down, and a draw after Liverpool won at Bournemouth yesterday is no good to either of them. And so I expect these teams to go out and win this. If we look at the tables as they are at the moment, we'll see that Arsenal are still in second position, but are now 9 points behind Liverpool. They certainly won't want to draw or lose this and find themselves losing ground again because Liverpool would have that game in hand. So the form for Arsenal is not too bad. They've drawn 2 and won 4 of the last 6 games, so that's not bad form. Man City, exactly the same, won 4 and drawn 2 of the last 6 games, so they're getting back into a bit of form now. But I mean, they are a hefty 15 points behind Liverpool, and there's still a lot of time to go in the season, so they've still got time to pull things back. If they win this today, they're only 12 points behind, so they're still within touching distance. But the way Liverpool are playing at the moment, you wouldn't expect them to drop that many points that Man City can overtake them. So you would think, anyway. So if we go back to the two teams and the lineups as they are at the moment, so Arsenal have Raya in goal and have a back 4 of Timber, Saliba, Gabriel and Lewis Skelly. Of a midfield defensive 3 of Odegaard, Partey and Rice, and their attacking 3 up front would be Martinelli, Havertz and Trossard. I think we'll be seen with Rice and Partey hanging back and doing the defensive work in midfield. You'd probably see Odegaard try and get up and support the front 3 as well. So a 4-3-3 formation for Arsenal. Man City have Ortega in goal, have a back 4 of Nunez, Stones. Nice to see Stones back in after his injury layoff. Akanji and Gvardiol. Have a defensive 2 in midfield of Bernardo Silva and Kovacic. But again, I would expect Bernardo Silva to get forward where he can. The attacking midfielders of Foden, Marmoush, the new signing, and Savinho playing on the left, and then Haaland up front. Obviously, Foden and Savinho are going to get forward on those 2 wings as often as possible. It'd be interesting to see where Marmoush goes, whether he pushes up and plays alongside Haaland. He certainly won't want to be getting in his way, but I'm sure he'll be looking to get up there and support Haaland wherever he can. And Man City are going to be playing a 4-2-3-1 formation. So a couple of different formations. It'll be interesting to see how it all works out. So thanks to everyone who's joined us so far. Less than 10 minutes for the kickoff. If you're not a subscriber, please do subscribe and hit that like button. Please do get involved in the live chat if you want to. And if you've got anything to say about the 2 teams, or if you've just got a score prediction for this game today, I'm thinking that Arsenal are probably going to start off slightly favourites because they're at home. but I don't expect this to be a one-sided game. I expect it to be very close. But I do expect goals in it. Like I said earlier on, I do think that both of these teams have got to win. Dropping points after Liverpool won yesterday is no good to either of them. Thanks to at Mui, who says, was it Al Mui? Al's Mui says, "Come on, City." So we've got a City supporter in so far. I'm just favouring City, and you know why I'm going with City with you, Al Mui? Because I think they've got goals in them. I think one of the problems for Arsenal is that they just don't score enough goals, even at home. That's just my opinion. Anybody wants to put in a goal prediction, a score prediction for this game? I'm thinking I'm going to go for a 2-1 for Man City, but it could equally be 2-1 for Arsenal. But I'm going for Man City to win this one today. Al's Mui is my first follower. Yes, my friend. When I'm rich and famous and I've got 10 million followers, I'll remember you as my first. Thanks for joining me. It's great to see you here. Great to see your support. So have you got a score prediction then? Obviously, you're going to go for a City win. I have. I'm going for a 2-1 to Man City. What do you think? I haven't seen much of this Mamouche that City have just recently signed, but Pep must be confident in him because he's put him straight in, right at the deep end in a game like this. Looking on the TV there, the ground is just beginning to fill up a bit, so there's going to be a full ground at the Emirates there. Where's the goals coming from for Arsenal? Havertz is scoring goals. He's getting into position. He's just missing them. I think that's one of the problems with Arsenal today, that they haven't got a number 9, or not one that's going to bang 20 goals in the season, like Haaland, like a Mo Salah. Martinelli creates the chances, and so does Trossard on the opposite wing. I don't think they score enough goals from midfield, where City do. Kovacic is getting his fair share. Foden, we know, can bang a few in. So I think there's more goals in the City team than there has actually in the Arsenal team. Al's Mui is going for a City win, a Mamouche masterclass, or maybe a 2-2 draw. So he's sitting on the fence. Yeah, I'm going to stick with my prediction of a 2-1 to City. Let's get that back to 0. Just to bear with me a sec while I get my timer back to 0. That's better. Ready for the kickoff. It's good player, Gvardiol. Yeah, I got to agree with you, Al's Mui. He's been impressive this year. No doubt about that. Where would you have him play, though? Midfield? Need a midfield machine, especially with Bernardo Silva knocking on a bit now. Could take his place. Just Hey Denise, how are you doing? All right. How's your weekend been after a poor result yesterday? Say, come on, City. You're watching from Australia, Al's Mui. 3:26 a.m. You must be Staying up very late. Must have toothpicks under your eyelids to keep them awake. I won't be able to do it at that time. I tried it with the cricket and I just fall asleep. I hope you enjoy it. I hope you enjoyed the watch along with us. The teams are just lining up in the tunnel now, coming out shortly. In fact, they're on the way now, so we're not far off kickoff. Haaland just coming out onto the pitch there. He's full of goals at the moment, isn't he? So they'll have to keep an eye on him. They're strong at the back, though, or Arsenal. I'll say that from Saliba and Gabriel. I like those two in midfield. Stay humble. I don't know whether I can. I'll do my best, but it's not in me, humble. I'll just say this to you, though. 7-0. You know what I mean, don't you? Teams just line up, shaking hands. We're not far off kickoff now. Mascots are just being led off the pitch. It's filled up quickly as that ground. It looked half empty 20 minutes ago, but it's full now. Score predictions. Yeah. Well, I've predicted 2-1 to Man City. I just think there's more goals in Man City than there is in Arsenal. I think Arsenal struggle to put the ball in the back of the net. They haven't got a number 9. Havertz isn't a number 9 who's going to get you 20 goals a season like Haaland. Foden, Mamouche, well, he's supposed to be full of goals. Savinho scores goals. Kovacic scores goals. I think there's more goals in Man City than there is in Arsenal. So you don't know what I mean. No, you wouldn't know what I mean, would you? No. So we'll just go through these teams again before we get started. It's Raya in goal for Arsenal. Timber, Saliba, Gabriel, Lewis Skelly, Odegaard, Partey, Rice, Martinelli, Havertz and Trossard. And for Man City, it's Ortega in goal. Nunes, Stones, Akanji, Gvardiol, Bernardo Silva, Kovacic, Foden, Mamouche, Savinho and Haaland. There's the next prediction. 2-0. And Mark Reed predicts 3-0 to Man City. So there's not many fancying Arsenal this time. Not many fancying Arsenal at all. And I don't, to be honest. Their only advantage, if you ask me, is that they're at home. Almost ready to go. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, hit the like button. You can join in the chat if you want to. Get your score predictions in. Most people are going for Man City. Two managers coming together, a bit of a hug. Obviously, they're well known to each other, good friends, I would imagine, from their time at Man City. It's Man City who are going to kick off this first half. Man City kicking from right to left, and we are away. Ball goes all the way back to the keeper Ortega, and he drives it long down the middle. It's flicked on. Haaland chases it down the right-hand side. And it's deflected off Haaland for a throw to Arsenal. Looks like it's Lewis Skelly who's going to take this throw. Down the left-hand side. Going to go down the line. High one. Ball goes up into the middle. It's flicked on. Martinelli's away on the left. So a shot by Havertz, straight at the keeper. Nice one to start the match off, one into the breadbasket for the keeper. Nice to get a touch early on. Mamouche plays the ball down the middle. Haaland was chasing there. Gabriel has to turn it away. Foden's going to see the ball out. Wants to take the throw quickly. City not the best defence. They will concede, says Denise Reid. Well, we shall see. We shall see. I think if you compare the two defences, I think you're probably right. Arsenal are a bit stronger in defence. Giving it away. Havertz now. And Odegaard has put them in front and they're giving it away of Man City. And that was a poor defensive error. Trying to play the ball out, it was robbed. And that's an awful start. That's an awful start for Man City. I think that was a Kanji who gave the ball away by looks of things. He squared it to Odegaard in the middle, and all he had to do was just side foot it into the back of the net, which is what he did. Stones have played the ball across to Akanji. He just lost control of it. Played across to Havertz. Odegaard just in the right place there. John Stones got a piece of it, but not enough to deflect it wide. And in it goes. And what a start. Great for us neutrals. Really good for us neutrals to see plenty of goals. Told you, says Denise. You were right, yeah. That was awful defending. Ball goes high to the right-hand side. Haaland's beaten to it, though. Throw into Man City. There's Partey who plays the ball back. Goes all the way back to the keeper, Raya. He spreads out to the right. Saliba goes to his defensive partner, Partey. And that's Lewis Skelly who's out there. Gives it back to Raya. Odegaard comes short for it and gets it. Goes across to the left. It's back to Odegaard. Inside. It's Partey who lays it off. Odegaard gets it back. Coming across from left to right. Checks and goes back to the left. And then comes back to the right. As Man City hold a high line. Goes back across to Partey. Partey goes long and left. It's well played by Skelly. Brings the ball down and leaves it off. Trossard. There's two around him. Bernardo Silva puts the ball out. Gets the throw. Bernardo Silva, left-footed, drives it high and long. That's Partey who wins the header, though. Havertz lays it off. Odegaard plays the ball through. Gabriel, and it's 2-0. And what a great finish this time. No, is he offside? It's a great finish, chipped over the keeper as the keeper came out. It's a composed finish, but yes, is a good yard and a hard offside there. Lucky for City. They've been opened up twice easily. Pep looks concerned. Stones with the ball, comes out to the left. It's Gvardiol who has to go back inside. Back to Stones. He goes back to keeper Ortega. Oof, that was a bit of a tight one. Chip it back across his defence. It comes out Gvardiol. Inside to Silva. Kovacic. He spreads it out to the right. Sakanji. Back to Kovacic. Bernardo Silva, who's deep. Turns back inside and gives it to Kovacic, who comes out to the left. It's Gvardiol. Savinho has to go back, gives it to Kovacic. Kovacic goes wide right to Akanji. Akanji goes wide to the right, gets it back, does Akanji. Inside to Kovacic on the halfway line, coming across to the right-hand side. It's got Gvardiol with him, gives it to Gvardiol. It's Mamouche having an early touch of the ball. It's back with Stones, though, just short of the halfway line, in the centre circle. Looking to play out to the right. Akanji. Still in the dressing room, says Denise, and it's right. There could have been two down. That game could have already gone from them two. Lucky to be only one. Being forced back. Gvardiol gives it out to the right to Akanji. It's Akanji again. Kovacic goes across to Stones. Gvardiol. Savinho has to go back to. It's a long run out to the right. It's brought down. Nunez has to go back looking for support on the edge of the box. Cuts inside. And he was given eventually offside. That's a long time. That I mean, if they're offside, just give it and let's get on with it. I can't understand why they've got to let it develop. When they're offside, they're offside. Alan's got a mouthful there after that first goal. He'll remember in that. Raya has the ball on the edge of the area. Man City are not going to engage him. He can bring it out of his box. And then it drives it right-footed long down the right-hand side. But it's straight out. Ball goes out. It's a throw to Arsenal on the right-hand side, halfway inside the Man City half. And Man City haven't got a grip of this game yet. They haven't settled down after that early giveaway. Goes back to Odegaard. It's played across to the right. It's Havertz who's offside. It's taken quickly. Stones has it. Plays it inside to Silva, who wants the ball deep. Kovacic comes short for it. Plays it inside. Mamouche. Bernardo Silva went over. Then so did Kovacic. And then the foul is given to Kovacic. Kovacic goes across to Akanji. Stones plays it inside. It was meant for Mamouche, but he couldn't reach it, and it goes all the way through to Rayo, drives it long. It's brought down by Gvardiol and lays it back to his keeper, Ortega. He chips one out to the right-hand side. He's headed back inside, looking for Silva. He backheels it out. And Denise says, Man City will have to be more direct now, less side to side. I don't think they can go that direct. I've never seen them be direct. That's where they've always been in it, this ticky-tacky football, side to side. Do you think they can do it? Odegaard's bringing the ball forward. Ball is played inside. It's Timber, he's lost the ball. John Stones has it now, gives it to Kovacic. It's a bit pedestrian at the moment for Man City. It's very slow. There's no crisp passing. There's no quick movement around. It's very slow. Kovacic goes across to Akanji on the right-hand side. Foden comes out to the right, looking for it. Doesn't get it. Akanji comes back inside to Stones. And just on the edge of the centre circle, he's drifting across to the right, but it's all pedestrian. It goes back to Akanji. Akanji comes back to Stones. Eventually, Partey gets flying in. Yes, Mark, that's what I just said. It's tippy-tappy, ticky-tacky football at the moment for Man City, isn't it? It's slow, it's pedestrian, and that don't get anywhere, does it? There's not much movement up front. They're a bit off the game at the moment. Havertz somehow keeps the ball in. Odegaard. Havertz thought he was fouled, and the referee did give the foul for Havertz there. Tried to play a bit of advantage, but there wasn't any. Savinho had a bit of a chop at him after the ball had gone. Naughty from Savinho. Showing a bit of frustration. Timber getting told off for kicking the ball at Mamouche, who hadn't retreated, trying to get him booked. They both get a speaking to, and that's the end of it. Timber has to go backwards, though. Goes all the way across from Saliba. And it's going to end up back with Raya. He's well out of his box. But Man City are not interested in putting any pressure on at the moment. They're not squeezing up. Goes out to the left. Coming across to the right now. Back down the left from Odegaard. It's Trossard now. He's got Nunez in front of him. Comes inside the Trossard. Still has the ball. He's got two men around him, though. He goes round him and turns and gets back across. Comes back on his right-hand side, and then he's brought down. Is he? No, the referee gives nothing. Arsenal still have the ball, though. It's chips inside. Stones heads it away. And they get a lucky deflection off Trossard, and it goes out for a goal kick. Trossard, not happy. Maybe see again from the replay whether he was fouled or not. Maybe a bit of a tangling of legs. I don't think that Nunez meant that. I think it's just coming together. Referee being a bit lenient. Mark says Haaland will probably touch the ball about 4 times in the full game. Probably about 75,000 per touch. Good work if you can get it. On the halfway line. Goes back. Arsenal have it. Controlling the pace and the tempo of this game at the moment. It's Gabriel. Goes back to Raya. Raya a few yards outside his box. Still with the ball at his feet, and Man City are not pressuring him, so he's just stood there waiting for the ball. Odegaard comes short in midfield, but it goes out to the left-hand side. Bernardo Silva was quickly in there, and the ball's deflected, comes out to Man City. Foden, but he's crowded out. Arsenal come away. Comes out to the right-hand side to Havertz. He's got a chance to run forward. Timbero has the ball now. Goes back and across to the left. It's Lewis Skelly who goes across to the left. Trossard plays it inside for Lewis Skelly. Martinelli was the closest to it though. Keeper Ortega was out quickly there. Denise says that Man City are interested in signing budget for 80 million. They can have him for 80 million, definitely. Silva coming forward on the left. Ball's played inside. There's a shot from Lang out. It's Mamouche. He'd be looking to make his mark, won't he? But not from that far, you wouldn't imagine. Leaning back as he let that one go. Raya goes long for a change. Akanji goes up and wins the header. Kovacic comes away with it as a challenge where Akanji's gone down. He seems to be getting back to his feet now, but it seems all right. Stones has to give it back to Gvardiol. He's going to go back inside to Kovacic. Kovacic is under pressure by Odegaard. Goes back to the right-hand side where Silva was open for him. Silva coming slowly forward, checks back inside on his left foot, coming across to this left-hand side. Stones plays it inside to Mamouche, then Gvardiol, back to Stones. Mamouche comes short again, but Stones gives it to Kovacic, just playing it across the back at the moment. Foden comes in, and then out to Stones. Stones has got a chance to move it forward now. Chips the ball forward. Looking for Savinho there, but it's never going to catch that. It was over his head and out for a throw. Denise says that Man City are awful so far, and they are. They haven't strung two passes together yet. Can't say that Arsenal have been that much better, but Man City, for the team that they are, they have been poor. Timber's going to take this throw on the right-hand side. Lumped forward by Rice. Looking for Havertz. Trossard's going to get the ball in the centre circle. He's lost it though. Foden's away now. He's surrounded by 3 or 4. And he's gone down and they come away with it. I know Odegaard's got a bit of space now. He gets it across to the right. Can he keep it in, Havertz? That's Martinelli. Gvardiol. Savinho. Kovacic. Manages to give Havertz the slip. Silva turns and goes out to the right-hand side. Nunez has to go back. Akanji into Foden. Foden sweeping the ball across to the left. Savinho plays it inside to Gvardiol. Gvardiol gives it to Kovacic. Kovacic again, out to the right to Akanji. Fed out to the right, comes back to Akanji. Akanji gives it to Foden. Foden out to the right to Nunez, is that? Foden gets it back. Akanji was high. Stones. It's also pedestrian though. There's no movement up front for Man City. They've got no pass. Everyone's well marked and they're not creating any space. Goes back across to the right-hand side. It's Nunez. Held up by Trossard. Has to go back again. Kanji being forced back. Back to Nunez. It's been to him 2 or 3 times. Foden this time. Can he get a cross in? He does. It's headed away. It's chipped back in by Guardiola. Savinho is looking for a foul at first, but the referee has allowed it to go on. Goes back to Stones. He's under pressure from Odegaard. Gets it out to Akanji. Stones coming forward. Savinho under pressure. Almost lost the ball. Guardiola to Kovacic. Goes out to the right side to Nunez with a bit of space this time. Can he get his cross in? He does. It's right to the back post. It's well defended at the back post by Timber. Heads the ball out for a corner. Must be the first corner of the game, I think. Max Reed says, what annoys me with Man City, they never put a cross into the box from out wide. And I got to agree, they had several chances there to put the cross in and they turned back and went defensive. They're a goal down, aren't they? They've got to start taking a chance. With Haaland in the middle, they've got to put crosses in, and they don't seem to. That's Mamouche taking this corner with right-footed in-swinger. And it comes. It's flicked on. It's a great save by Raya onto the crossbar and away. What a save with his left hand there, Raya. Just a reaction save there. Can't have known much about that, but great reactions. Mamouche with a great, flicked it, made the cross. Guardiola gets there. What a save. And Haaland was right under the bar waiting to nod it in and it didn't come down to him. How unlucky was that? Man City are away again on this left-hand side. Mamouche plays it inside. Savinho couldn't get his foot round the ball to be able to cross it and it goes out for a goal kick. And Raya has kept the scores level. Great reactions, great reactions. Top save that by Raya. He's had a lot of criticism as Raya because he's no good with the ball at his feet. But when you're making saves like that, he deserves his place. Martinelli was almost away there. Foul on Mamouche. Taken quickly. Savinho's away. He's got Odegaard to chip it over. And Haaland's fouling his man at the back post. That's Skelly, I think. Free kick to Arsenal. Haaland's had 2 touches so far, none in the box. Raya goes long, right-hand side. Ball's headed away by Stones. And there's that foul given. Timber on Savinho. Nothing more than that, just a foul. Kovacic has it. Let's go back to Stones. Havertz is putting the pressure on. Kovacic back to Akanji. They're going to have to go back to the keeper, and they've lost all that territorial advantage that they had, and they're going to lose the ball here. There's a chance for Havertz to put it in for Oh, how's he missed that? Havertz, what are you doing? You just had to hit the target and you put it wide of the post. And that's what I said about Havertz. He's not a 20-year season. Well, the state of that is not even a 10-year season. What was he doing? Man City, well, they should have been 2-0 down and it would both been their own fault. Yeah, awful miss, I agree. That was awful. Should have been 2-0 down, Man City. Trossard has the ball. It's given to Partey out to the right. Martinelli now, he chips one into the back post. It has to be headed away, and it is. It's well defended by Nunez. Corner to Arsenal on the right-hand side. What is Havertz thinking now? All his teammates are trying to rally around him, but he must be absolutely devastated. And that's not the way you want to feel as a striker when you've got the majority of the game still to go. Rice with the corner, right-footed in-swinger. And it comes. It's headed away to edge of the box. Odegaard. His volley is blocked. Odegaard goes up again. Is he fouled by? No. The player's allowed to go on. Odegaard is still down. He's going to need attention. Yeah, it probably was a foul by Silva, that. Just barged him over, not even looking at the ball. Was a foul. "28 minutes gone. And Man City haven't been in this game so far and should have been at least 2-0 down. How Havertz has missed that, I do not know. Kovacic robbed on the edge of his penalty area when Man City are trying to play the ball out short. And how does Arteta react? Well, he can't believe it. It's Partey in the centre circle. Has to go back. He's under pressure. It goes past Foden. And Foden didn't put much of a challenge there. There's not much heart in this Man City team at the moment, though. Half-hearted tackles are not what Pep Guardiola would be wanting. Odegaard. Comes out to Trossard. Goes round Nunez. Easy. A bit of space for him to attack now. Has to come back inside, though. Odegaard. It's flicked on by Odegaard again, but that's too far forward. Skelly's not going to get there, and that rolls out for a goal kick. If I was Arteta now, I would definitely be upping my bid for Ollie Watkins because they need a centre forward. If they're ever going to win this Premier League, they need a centre forward who's going to get them 20 goals a season. Ortega goes long. It's going to go out, though. It's going to be a throw to Arsenal just inside the Man City half. And it's spreading throughout the team, this. They're all having nightmares at the moment for Man City. Timber with this throw. Going further and further forward. He's pinched about 10 yards there. Goes down the line. It's headed out by Stones, though. Another throw to Arsenal. Timber is going to take it again. Odegaard gets it, brings it under control. Is surrounded by Man City players. Kovacic. Kovacic goes down and the foul's given. Kovacic takes it quickly. The ball was rolling, said the referee. Go back and take it again. John Stones just on the edge of his penalty area now. Goes to Ortega. Stones, Arsenal putting the press on. Kovacic. Gvardiol gets it to Mamouche, who's making his way down the left-hand side. Support from Kovacic. Goes back out to Mamouche on the left. Played inside to Foden. Back to Mamouche. Back to Foden. Can he get a left-footed cross in? He does. Hits the defender. Felt that one. Goes out for a corner. Foden trying to help Gabriel up there. He's having none of it. Watkins went off injured yesterday. Ah, right. Still need him though. Man, even Watkins isn't doing that well for Aston Villa at the moment, is he? Not scoring the goals. Man, Aston Villa are struggling as well, so Mamouche to take this corner from the left-hand side, a right-footed in-swinger, and it comes now. Near post one, it's flicked on again. This time it rolls up into Raya's arms and he gets the ball out quickly. Havertz comes away with it, gives it inside to Trossard. Under pressure, has to go across to the left-hand side. It's crossed out. Cross is intercepted by Foden. It comes back to Akanji. Back to Silva. Back to Akanji. Across to Stones. We've seen this before. Stones gives it inside to Kovacic. Bit of space in front of him, and he does make a run into that space. Then gives it to Foden. Foden gets out to Silva. Nunez on the right. He's got a chance to cross it. It's held up by Skelly. He has to go back to the edge of the box to Akanji. Akanji to Stones, who's deep. What's Stones going to do with it? He's going to go out to Nunez. Skelly goes out to engage him. He comes back in and crosses it with his left. It's a low one that's headed away. Foden battling for it with Rice. Rice gets his foot in. It's flicked on even further. And then a free kick is given on Havertz. Havertz has gone down. Probably was a free kick, but nothing else. And Havertz actually lent with his elbow. Kanji there. Penalised for that one. Gabriel goes long and left, looking for the run of Trossard. Shoulder to shoulder with Nunez. The ball's going to run out by looks of things. It's well defended by Nunez, and it's a goal kick to City. I almost said Hull City there. Ball's headed forward before Haaland can get anywhere near it. Kovacic picks the ball up in centre midfield and goes out to the right to Silva. Foden. He goes out to the right-hand side to Nunez, who's overlapping. Skelly's holding him up. Wins the ball and comes away with it. Well defended by Skelly. Positive run forward. There it goes past Kovacic. Havertz in support. Ball goes across to the left again. Led back to Declan Rice. It's Gabriel who has the ball deep. Rice gets it back. Goes into Trossard, back to Rice. Comes across to the right-hand side. It's Timber now. Martinelli making a run down the right-hand side. It's played inside. Odegaard lays it into Martinelli, but it's just not quite far enough in front of him to run onto. Well defended by Guardiola. He gets his foot to it and goes to Ortega. Ortega plays it back out to Stones on the edge of the box now. Coming forward. Foden out to Guardiola. He's got Mamouche coming forward. Not much support on the left-hand side. He tries to play in Foden, but that ball was never getting through there, and it's picked up, and it's Timber who has the ball. He goes back to Saliba. Saliba goes to Partey, and it goes across to the left-hand side. Rice who comes short for it. Gets out to the left. It's Trossard who plays the ball inside. Havertz on the halfway line. Goes back to Rice. Rice gives it to Odegaard, who's coming across to the left-hand side. Martinelli picks the ball up. Too many in front of him. He has to go back. Odegaard again. Goes back to the centre circle. Man City just pushing up there. Saliba has the ball now. Gives it inside. It's Partey. Back to Saliba. Comes across to the right to Timber. Bit of space on the left-hand side now. It's given away though. Straight to Nunez. He gives it to Silva. Comes across to John Stones. Goes all the way back to Ortega. He gives it back to Stones, who's on the left. Stones is holding his hands up and saying, "Who have I got to pass to?" Ortega. Even Ortega's looking for someone. He's going to get pressurised. The squeeze is on. Stones goes dangerously across his box, but it goes to Foden over the halfway line on the right-hand side. Has to check back inside. Gives it to Akanji. Kanji sweeps one across the left-hand side. Can he bring it in? Yeah, Guardiola brings it in. Lays it back to Mamouche. And Kovacic having to go backwards though. Kanji to Nunez on the right-hand side now. Back to Akanji. Foden. Stones. Very slow. Mamouche has stumbled and given the ball away. Martinelli plays a long ball up front, looking for the run of Havertz. Havertz is a bit isolated at the moment, but he's going forward. Stones is holding him up. It's played back inside to Odegaard, but he's lost the ball to Kovacic, and Kovacic has got a chance of a counter-attack now. Savinho is away on the left-hand side. Run from Foden, it goes to Haaland. Haaland heads it down. It's half cleared away. Trossard got himself in there. Savinho, Odegaard clears it up, and it's played down the right-hand side, but it's given away to Guardiola. He turns it back to Mamouche. Bit of pressure from Man City now. First time in the game. Savinho. Chris Wood is better than Haaland. At least he touches the ball. 38 minutes and not one touch. Harsh. Mind you, got a hat-trick yesterday, didn't he? Can't argue with that. In a 7-0 win for Forest. Comes out to Nunez on the right-hand side. Back to Foden. Foden across to Stones. Stones goes across to left to Savinho. And then Gvardiol. Back to Stones. Odegaard puts the pressure on him. Goes across to the right-hand side to Silva. Silva's got Nunez on the outside. He has to turn back. There's nobody in space for him to give it to. Foden chips the ball across. Gvardiol hits one to the back post. The keeper's diving, tries to get a left hand to it, but it's cleared at the back post. Foden has the ball now. Silva. Kanji gets it back. Close passing, but it's broken down for Man City, and then Foden's committed a foul on the edge of the box on Skelly. Free kick's given. It's the first time that we've seen Man City actually move the ball quickly. And look what happened. They did actually open Arsenal up. Maybe that's a learn something from that. I think the keeper, Raya, again, just got a touch on that. Otherwise, Bernardo Silva might have had a tapping at the back post. Comes across to the right to Saliba. He's under a bit of pressure from Haaland. He has to go back to Raya. Into the last 2.5 minutes. Raya in no hurry. I guess Arsenal will be happy to go in 1-0 up. Maybe a little bit disappointed. There shouldn't have been 2, maybe 3. Man City not interested in putting any pressure on the keeper. It's Gabriel coming away now. Playing inside to Rice, back to Gabriel. And Gabriel's going to go back to Raya. Raya plays it inside to Odegaard. He chips one down the outside, but it's a loose pass picked up by Savinho. And then Odegaard makes up for his mistake and takes the ball off Savinho. Plays it inside to Havertz. Havertz back to Timber, right on his goal line now, but he's got a little bit of space and he's drilled it down the right and touch line, looking for Trossard, but Gvardiol picks it back up. Foden to Kovacic, played inside to Haaland, back to Foden, out to Silva. Silva can give it to Nunez. He puts a cross into the back post. It's picked up by Savinho as a shot. It's a good save again by Raya. Quickly down to his right because it was deflected by looks of things. And they didn't have much time to react. Good reactions again from Raya, keeping his team in it. Savinho again puts another cross. It's curled into the back post. It's picked up at the back post by Nunez. It's kept it in. Partey, Kovacic. He had his volley from the edge of the box, but it was the one that he scuffed into the ground and it bounced up nicely into the hands of Raya. Savinho there. It's deflected. And it's a good save by Raya. Yeah, and Denise says Pep needs to throw teacups around. Needs to kick a few trainers around, get the hairdryer out, because his team's not been good enough. No doubt about that. So Arsenal come away on the left-hand side, spread out to the right by Rice, looking for Martinelli, but it's headed away by Gvardiol. It's Mamouche under a lot of pressure from Odegaard. That's Savinho, actually. Gives it to Stones. Stones turns away, gives it back to Savinho. He chips one down the line. Haaland, under a lot of pressure, has lost the ball to Saliba. And Saliba then gets it all the way back to Raya. Raya goes long. It's easily headed away by Gvardiol to Savinho. Kovacic, Foden, Kovacic. 1 extra minute, and we've seen most of it already. All the way out to Nunez on the right-hand side. Given back to Akanji. Mamouche to Akanji. Silva, he's got to get a cross in surely. And that's it, half time. Not the greatest performances by Man City, and lucky to only be one down. There could have been 2-3. David Raya has kept the scores level with two pretty good saves. One from a header from a corner that was a really good reaction save. But at half time, it's 1-1. Chance to get your comments in regarding that first. What you think to that one? Comments in. Mark Reed said, Mamouche very poor. Is this Mamouche's first game? I mean, I'd give him a bit of slack there, because if it's his first game, he's got to get used to his teammates and what have you. He's tried to get involved, and he hasn't really come off. And it hasn't really come off for any of the Man City players, if the truth is known at the moment. I don't think anyone's really shone. It's like Denise said earlier, Haaland has barely touched the ball and hasn't touched it for about 30 minutes. And Mark said, how has he walked straight into the team? Doku would have been better. And you know what? I agree with you, because I like Doku. He makes things happen. He can, maybe his defending is not the best, but he creates stuff up front. He can dribble and set up chances. I like Doku, and I don't know why Pep doesn't seem to like him. Oh, this is Mamouche's second game, is it? Ah, right, I see. Well, my score prediction was 2-1 to Man City, and that's looking highly unlikely at this stage, but you can't imagine that Pep's going to send them out in the second half to play in the same sort of way. He's not going to be happy with that. He's going to get some sort of reaction from them, you would think. Let's hope so. So if anyone doesn't know the scores from early on, we'll just go through those now. From the early kickoffs, Brentford 0, Tottenham 2. Good win for Tottenham away. They've been struggling of late. They needed those points because they were slowly sliding down the Premier League, as are Manchester United, because they got beat 2-0 by Crystal Palace. Just looking at the table as it is at the moment, if the score stay as they are, Arsenal have obviously played a game more than Liverpool now, will be 6 points behind them. Man City, you would imagine this is going to be it for them. They're going to be out of the Championship, and they're just playing for a European spot now. If we look further down to Manchester United, down in 13th position with 29 points. Well above the relegation spots, but Tottenham just below them in 14th position on 27 points. I mean, Tottenham lost 4 games in a row before they won today. Would have believed that. And Postecoglou must have been under a lot of pressure. You would think that one of the relegation spots, Southampton, is already nailed on. They're not going to get out of it. They're 10 points away from any sort of safety, and they've only got 9 points all season. You can't see them doubling their score, so they're down. Ipswich and Leicester are probably favourites to go down. Wolves had a good win yesterday, which has just eased their worries a bit. And then there's a big gap up to Everton on 26 points. So between 17th and 16th is 7 points. So you've got to imagine there that the 3 relegation spots are going to be between the 4 teams of Wolves, Leicester, Ipswich and Southampton. And I would imagine that the teams in 18th, 19th and 20 now are they going to be the teams that go down? And Jack says, will you show the game when it starts? Which game's that? The Arsenal Man City game? Well, I'll show it after half time. If you're talking about this game, Jack, I can't show the game because otherwise I'll get into trouble with YouTube. It's so copyrighted, you can't do it. And they'll just chuck me off and my account will be cancelled. So as much as I'd like to, I just can't do it, Jack, I'm afraid. I did try it on TikTok. For a few weeks, I was showing the games live through my mobile phone, but they warned me, and then they just cut me off quickly and cancelled my account. So I can't afford to have that happen again. Yeah, it's all copyrighted, Jack. If I start showing it, they'll delete my account, and I'm trying to build it up, so I don't want to lose what I've built up so far. So that's why you'll see that no one's showing these games live. When I was showing the games live was on TikTok, and I thought with TikTok being a Chinese outfit, they won't be that bothered about it. But I went on for a few weeks and was getting good viewing figures, but eventually they caught up with me and they banned me. I got deleted. I've been deleted. I don't think there's an app that you can use to see it. I think if you get a Fire Stick and you can download some sort of app onto the Fire Stick that can get you any channel anywhere, including all the sports and films and what have you. But which it is, I don't know. There are advertisements for them. I don't know where they are, but you can look around for them. You still be able to pick it up, but you do have to pay for that. You have to pay so much per month to the person who loads this app onto your Fire Stick. But that's all I know, Jack, I'm afraid. Thanks to everyone who's joined us so far, half time here, 1-0 to Arsenal. If you're not a subscriber, please do hit the subscribe button and hit that like button. It just helps the channel grow with the algorithm on YouTube. And of course, if you want to join in the live chat like Jack has, or Denise, or Mark, you're welcome to. If you've got a Fire Stick, Jack, then all you need, whatever app it is, you need it loading on. No, I ain't got any what is that? Any views? I don't know what you mean. What you're saying there, Jack? Yeah, as I was saying, if you want to join in the live chat, please do get your predictions in for the final result here. 1-0 to Arsenal at half time, but Man City were just coming back into it and had a couple. One great save from Raya, kept it at 1-1. Havertz missed a sitter. So it could still go either way. I think Man City, the way they've played in that first half, will consider that they're still in this at only 1-0. So it could go either way. So if you want to give me a score prediction, I'd be happy to have a laugh at you. I don't know what the app is called because as far as I understand it, these apps are loaded onto you by people who you have to pay so much per month or every 6 months or so to get this app and to get access to all the channels. And I don't know what app it's called. You'd have to find out who is loading these onto Fire Sticks and then get in touch with them. And they charge you X amount per 6 months or whatever to be able to access all these films and channels and what have you. So I can't help you with the app. I don't know what it is. I think these people who are charging for this app that they load onto the Fire Stick don't tell you much about it because they don't want you to copy it or whatever. And obviously, as far as I understand it, it's quite illegal as well. So they're trying to keep it hush hush. So you'll have to get in touch with one of these people and then arrange it between yourselves. I'll just get the timer ready for the second half, which won't be far off. Still got your chance to get your final score predictions in if you want to. Let us know what you think. I'll just get that stopped. There we go. All ready for the second half. I do expect Man City to come out and play in this second half. And just looking at the league positions, it's very tight for that fourth and final Champions League spot, with Newcastle United only being right behind them on the same points, on 41 points. Chelsea are only a point away from that, and so are Bournemouth. So if Man City don't book their ideas up, they could find themselves falling out of the European places completely. A lot of pressure on from behind. Excuse me. If you've enjoyed the live watch along so far, hit the notification bell. The next one we will be doing will be the Liverpool Tottenham Carabao Cup game on Thursday. So if you want to join us for that, hit the notification bell so that you don't miss it. Be good to see you along with us for that one. Should be a good game, that. Everything to play for, with Tottenham being 1-0 up in the first leg for that game. Must be just about ready for the second half. I haven't seen whether the teams have come out yet. I'll wait for another advertisement break, so obviously they're not. Thanks to everyone who's joined us so far. We've had a big following this first half. Really do appreciate it. Don't forget, if you're not a subscriber, please do hit that subscribe button and hit that like button as well, just to help with the growth of the channel. And of course, hit that notification bell, because we are live streaming right the way through the season. If you don't want to miss it, then hit the notification bell. Next game Thursday, the Liverpool game with Tottenham. Looking forward to that. Teams are just coming out for this second half now. Thierry Henry just criticising Haaland for his contribution in that first half, which wasn't much. Game's just about to kick off. Arsenal kicking off this second half. And away we go. Rice gets us away, goes all the way back to Raya, and he drives it long. Goes over the top of Havertz, and is going to go out for a throw right next to the corner flag on the left-hand side for Man City. Guardiola's going to take it, goes long down the line, over the top of Haaland. It's Saliba who goes all the way back to Raya, and then Raya goes long. Stones is turned around, but is then nods it back to his keeper. Under a lot of pressure he was there. Trossard pressurises Núñez, and he has to go back to Akanji. Akanji coming forward, gives it to Foden. Foden turns on the halfway line, goes a good ball down the line for Núñez. He's got a chance to bring it under control right on the goal line. He's under pressure from Skelly, goes back to Foden. Foden to Kovacic. He goes across to Stones. Stones back to Foden again, who's seen a lot of the ball coming more central. Goes out to Núñez. Núñez on the right-hand side. Back to Foden again. Foden to Kovacic. Núñez. Skelly forces him inside. Back onto the right foot. Gives it back to Foden. Foden goes back to Kanji. Kovacic under pressure from Odegaard. Gets it to Stones though. Stones plays it out to, I think that's Mamouche, is it? Kovacic inside to Foden on the edge of the box. Savinho. Vardiol. Back to Stones. Long one diagonal to the right-hand side to Núñez. Can he keep it in there? Bounces over his head. Thought it might do. It's Lewis Skelly going to take this throw. High down the line. Looking for Havertz. Akanji hits the ball high forward, looking for Haaland. He's beaten to it though. Núñez plays the ball off Trossard for a throw. Foden. Across to Stones. Just on the edge of the centre circle in the Arsenal half, drifting across to the left. He hasn't got much movement in front of him again. It's a bit pedestrian from Man City. They haven't really upped the tempo yet. Vardiol back to Stones. Back to Vardiol. Back to Stones. inside to Kovacic. To Haaland. So Mamouche got the ball, but he's forced out of it, and the ball is ran out by Saliba for a goal kick. And that's what Man City have got to do. They've got to start moving the ball quicker, pass and move quicker, because this pedestrian pace at the moment is falling right into the hands of the Arsenal defence. Ball goes up high. It's flicked on by Haaland. Yeah, Haaland. Havertz. All the way through to Raya, who drives it long and central. Headed down by Gabriel, though. Gabriel gets the return ball, goes to Raya on the edge of his box. Raya still on the edge of his box. There's no one coming to put any pressure on him. Rice has the ball, plays it inside to Skelly, but he's sold him short, and Foden's coming away with the ball. Central going across to the left, still under pressure from Skelly. Foden still has the ball, and then he's brought down eventually, and the free kick is given. Odegaard not happy with that one. Free kick. It's about halfway inside the Arsenal half. He's got a bit of angle to play with, as Foden. It's just to the left, so he's got a chance to swing one in. See the Mamouche or Foden. It's going to be Foden. Swings it in. It's headed up by Havertz. Headed further away by Rice. And then it's touched over. I think that was maybe a Kanji who touched it over the top of the defence, and it goes through to Raya. He gets the ball away quickly. Comes out to the left. Goes out to the right side now. Timber to Martinelli. Partey gets it across to Trossard, but it's made him have to retreat a bit. Gabriel gives it back to Trossard. It's got Foden in front of him. He goes attacking the goal line, gets a cross into the back post. Must have been a bit of a deflection on it, and Odegaard can't keep it in, and it goes out for a goal kick. I thought there was a deflection on it. It did get a deflection. Obviously, the linesman or the referee didn't see it. Should have been a corner. Yeah, big deflection off Foden's left foot. Anyway, we're away again. Ball's picked up in the centre circle. It's Gabriel moving forward onto the left-hand side. He's got Trossard for support. Trossard gets the ball. He's under pressure from Nunes. He's going backwards, is Trossard. Eventually sorts himself out and gets it back to Raya. Mamouche was putting pressure on Raya, so maybe Man City have decided to start squeezing up and putting pressure on Raya. Raya has the ball back again from Gabriel. Under pressure. Well, this time it's Partey who comes away. It gives it to Skelly. Skelly plays a nice ball to Havertz. Odegaard got in the way of that ball. It was going out to the right-hand side. It's picked up by Saliba, though. Gives it inside to Partey. He chips one forward. Martinelli offside. Man City move the ball away quickly. Foden from Silva. Kovacic. Silva, Vardiol, Savinho. Savinho goes across field to the right. Nunes, held up by Skelly, goes to Foden, plays a ball inside. Savinho to the back post. Haaland scores at the back post. Great header, back across the goalkeeper. Exactly where you should put it, a header from Haaland, back across the goal from where the goalkeeper came. And Raya didn't have a chance with that one. And give Haaland one chance and he's banged it in. And the equaliser has been scored. Game on. And we get to see that one again and find out what happened. Ball came across to Nunes on the right-hand side. He gave it to Foden. Foden played a little ball inside to Savinho. He chipped one up to the back post. Stands it up to the back post. Haaland's there. And his defender, Gabriel, was behind him instead of a goal side of him. And Raya doesn't stand a chance as he's scrambling across his goal. And Denise says you can call him lazy, but he scores goals, and there's no doubt about that. And it's game on now. I think Jack enjoyed that. He says, "Whoom, whoom." Someone's got to win this. A draw in this game is no good to either of these two teams. Foden has the ball deep again. Plays the ball forward, but it's intercepted by Partey. He's on the edge of the box. He's going to have a shot. He is. And it goes in. There must have been a deflection because Ortega was just rooted to the spot. And Arsenal have taken the lead again straight away. And there must have been a deflection on that because Ortega never moved as it went past him and into the back of the net. We'll see from the replay. And this game's come alive. Let's see what happens from it now. Foden gives the ball. It's picked up by Partey. It's a poor ball by Foden across his defence. And what happened there? Was there a defence? Did it come off Stones? It did. Off Stones' back. And it takes it miles wide of Ortega and just inside the right-hand post. And the goalkeeper didn't stand a chance. Stones, as he turns his back. Well, it won't be an own goal. But, well, can you believe it? Arsenal back in front. Great finish, but the ball away. Unforgivable, says Denise. Absolutely. Foden, he should know better than playing it right across your defence like that. Because when it's picked up, you're being attacked straight away. And that's exactly what happened. I don't know if Foden did see they're saying that he didn't see him, but that's just unforgivable to play a ball across your own defence like that. And Man City, having got back into it, have got it all to do again now. Foden to Akanji. Inside to Kovacic to Foden. Rice holding him up. Gives it to Nunes. Nunes goes right the way across to the opposite side to Savinho. Brings it down, plays it inside to Gvardiol. Played back inside. It's Mamouche. Well defended. Gabriel got in for it and blocked it, and it goes out for a throw. John Stones now has the ball. Comes across. Akanji. Nunes. Goes back to Akanji. It's Kovacic. Foden wants it and gets it. Centre midfield driving forward. Gives the ball away again, looking for Savinho. Partey plays it through the centre to Havertz, but he's not going to get that. Akanji was covering nicely. Ball comes away again with Kovacic into the centre of midfield to Foden. He's lost the ball there. Partey dispossessed him. Rice gets out to the left. Skelly back to Rice. Back to Lewis Skelly. He goes round Foden. Foden doesn't chase him. Havertz gets it in the middle. Bit isolated, but he gets out to Trossard on the left as he comes up in support. Havertz gets the ball back. Gabriel. Inside to Partey again. Havertz had a left-footed shot that's blocked. Silva picks the ball up, gets out to the left. Savinho now with a chance to run down the left-hand side. Martinelli comes back to defend, as does Odegaard. Savinho still has the ball, coming across towards the right. Foden has it now, centre of midfield. Turns, gets it out to Nunes. Nunes has got a chance to cross, and he does cross, but it's Gabriel and Trossard between them, clear it. Picked up by Akanji again, given to John Stones. John Stones can go across to the left-hand side. He does do, not far. Kovacic under pressure. Gvardiol comes inside, then turns, goes back out to the left. It's Marmoush. Marmoush back to Kovacic. Stones. Back to Gvardiol. It's Marmoush again. Marmoush coming inside. Kovacic back to Gvardiol. Savinho now. Just holding the ball up on the left-hand side. He comes in on his left foot, plays the ball in for Foden, who made a run into the box, but it's too far in front of him, and it's out for a goal kick. And Gary Neville saying that the referee blocked Foden's pass. Oh, no, it's a poor pass. I'm sure that's not the way Foden intended it. And then the deflection took it in. On the edge of the box, it's Odegaard now. Gives it to Skelly. Rice on the left-hand side of the box. Goes back outside. Play to Gabriel. Back to Declan Rice. Declan Rice plays it inside to Skelly. He's inside the box now. Things have opened up for him. It's a great shot. And it's a great goal. And that's well played by Lewis Skelly and Rice between them. And Arsenal take a 3-1 lead. And Ortega got his hands to it, but he couldn't keep it out. Wait till we see that one again. That was a great composed finish by Lewis. He struck it really nice, Lewis Skelly. We see that again. Rice comes back inside, plays it to Skelly. He runs inside the box and it opens up for him. He gets it on his right foot. It just opens up on his right foot and he hits it quick, early, before anybody gets a chance to settle. Just hits it there. I don't think anyone expected him to hit it so quickly, having got it onto his right foot. There, turns and hits it straight away. And they've got to say that the goalkeeper, Ortega, was unlucky. Almost turned it round the post, but it goes inside the post, and that's Lewis Skelly's first senior goal, and he's enjoyed that one. Still time for Man City to go back into this, and they've got to. This could turn out to be a really good second half. We've already seen 3 goals, with the potential for some more. Man City have really got to come out and attack now, and that could leave them open to the counter from Arsenal. John Stones now bringing the ball forward. Silva. Is Pep considering making some changes. John Stones has to go back to Ortega. Ortega plays it. Oh, he's lost it again. Poor again from Ortega. Arsenal squeezing up, almost got the ball, but City have managed to scrape themselves out of that one. Foden coming forward. Nunez on the right. Comes back inside. Silva supporting him. Goes back to Nunez. Got a chance to cross it there. He does to the back post. It's over Haaland's head and it's headed away. It's picked up by Gabriel though. Given to Savinho. He's got a chance to attack the line, but he has to come back. Gives it back to Kovacic. Comes to Akanji. He's got a chance to come forward. Gives it to Nunez. Goes back to Foden. Stones. Chips it across to Nunez again. He comes back inside and goes out to Akanji. Akanji to Stones. He goes all the way out to the left-hand side to Savinho. Timber and Martinelli covering him. Gvardiol has it. Back to Savinho. Gvardiol. Savinho is being forced backwards though. He has to give it to Kovacic. Played inside to Foden. Foden turns and comes out to the right to Akanji. He almost gave it away, but Nunez has picked the ball up, but has to go back to Stones. Squeezing up now, Odegaard. Kovacic under a little bit of pressure, but gets out to Gvardiol. But they're back on the halfway line now, Man City. Back to Gvardiol. Silva. Drifting into the centre circle. Looking for an out ball. He hasn't got one though. There's no runs up front for him to pick out. Still has the ball. Gives it to Kovacic. Kovacic comes across to the right-hand side to Nunez. He plays it back inside. Savinho. Savinho swings one out to the left-hand side, but that's too much on that. Gvardiol was never going to keep that one in, and it goes out for a throw. Pep don't look happy. Don't look like a happy bunny at all. Don't scratch your head, Pep. Rice volleys that throw away. It's helped on, picked up by Havertz. So he helps it across to the left-hand side. Skelly who gets it across to Trossard. Trossard turns inside, but he's tackled. It's given away, though, by Nunez to Rice. Rice gets it back to Trossard. Trossard plays it all the way back to Raya under pressure from Haaland, but he gets it away to the right-hand side. But it's given away to Gvardiol. Gvardiol comes inside. Got Kovacic on the edge of the box now. He's tackled, though, by Havertz. Rice is coming away. He's got 3 against 2. He's got to put away Martinelli on the edge of the box. He's got to go across the keeper with a great shot that's saved by Ortega. It's picked up on the far side by Trossard, though. And then he's beaten to the floor by Bernardo Silva, and then he's kicked as well. Frustration from Bernardo Silva. Probably had himself a yellow card for that. Yeah, the pass from Rice just took Martinelli just a little bit wider than he wanted to be. It just narrowed the angle a bit, and Ortega had his angles correct. Good save. But now Man City have to face a free kick. On the Arsenal left, it's only a couple of yards in from the corner flag. Almost like a corner. Declan Rice is going to take this, a right-footed in-swinger. And you would imagine that Man City cannot afford to concede again. .69 gone. Arsenal on the front foot. Nunez complaining about something. Nunez and Martinelli having a bit of a pushing match there. Rice taking his time with this. So it'll be almost a full minute since he put the ball down and still hasn't taken it yet. And it comes now. Front post. Cleared away by Kovacic. Poor one, that by Declan Rice. And Kovacic there saying to the ref, make them hurry up. And there's no doubt about it that Arsenal are starting to slowing the game down now. De Bruyne and McAtee getting warmed up for Man City as this throw is going to be taken by Lewis Skelly. Trossard gets the ball. Ball's put out by Silva. Throw to Arsenal. Skelly's going to take it again. Given to Trossard, almost on the goal line. He's been badged over by Foden. The referee says no. But it's been robbed as Kovacic by Odegaard. And the referee's given a foul there. Odegaard didn't agree with that. I didn't agree with that. I thought that was poor by the referee. And Odegaard gets a yellow card for his protests. Didn't think there was anything in that. I thought it was a good tackle. No, Odegaard didn't see a foul in either of those two. Poor from the referee. Here comes Foden, goes off. McAtee comes on for Foden. Looks like Mamouche is going off as well. And Kevin De Bruyne comes on. Odegaard putting the pressure on Kovacic as he's retreating towards his own goal. Goes across to the left to Stones. Stones plays it inside to De Bruyne, who gets his first touch, but he's given the ball away. It's picked up on the right-hand side. Could play between the Arsenal players there. Timber wins the corner. Corner on the right-hand side for Arsenal. Can't see who's taking it at the moment. Odegaard, left-footed in-swinger. Hand up. Comes in now. It's a deep one. Keeper comes for it. Gets us a punch, but it's not a far one. But Savinho comes away. And Trossard takes the ball off Savinho. Gives the ball to Rayo, who's way out of his goal. But he chips the ball forward again. Down the right-hand side, but there's nobody there but Gvardiol. He plays it inside to De Bruyne. Gives it back to Gvardiol. Gvardiol goes all the way back to Ortega. Ortega's going to give it to Silva, who's got plenty of space in front of him to make his way forward, and he does do. Approaching the halfway line on the right-hand side now. Stops and gets it out to Akanji on the right. Into Nunez. Back to Akanji. This is where Man City get as far as that forward, and then it starts going backwards. John Stones is going to go back to Ortega. So all that territory that they did have, they've lost it. Ball's played forward. Lewis Skelly plays the ball down. Goes away from Nunez. Is pushed in the back by Haaland and gets a free kick on the halfway line. Loud cheer from the Arsenal crowd. 16 minutes to go. Havertz has the ball on the left. Goes down the line to Trossard, back to Havertz. Havertz is going to go back to Gabriel, and Gabriel goes back to Raya. Raya has the ball again. Gives it inside to Skelly. Skelly swings it across to the right. It's chested down by Guardiol. Comes across to Akanji from Stones. Down the right side again. Nunes. Akanji, space in front of him to make forward if he wants to. He swings it right across to the left-hand side. Savinho gets it back to Guardiol. Guardiol gives it back to Savinho. Back to Guardiol. Back to Savinho. Inside to De Bruyne. De Bruyne plays it to Guardiol, but that pass has forced him backwards a bit. I say they're losing momentum, but they didn't have any momentum going forward. John Stones has the ball now. Kovacic. Comes through to Silva, out to Nunes. Back inside to Savinho, who's come across to this right-hand side now. McAtee lays the ball across. Kovacic inside. Savinho let the ball run away from him, and it's away on the right-hand side with Martinelli now. It's 2-on-2. Havertz on his outside, gets the ball onto his left foot. He's got a shot and scores. Puts it inside the right-hand post, and that's game over. And that's a great counter-attack by Arsenal, and Havertz has put them 4-1 up. And this has been a great second-half performance by Arsenal. Poor from City, but Arsenal have punished them every time they've had a chance. And that's great to see that Havertz has stuck on him because of that poor effort in the first half. They were left 2-on-2 at the back, and that's unforgivable by the Man City defence. Havertz goes on the overlap on the right-hand side. Chip comes back inside on his left foot, opens his body up and puts it inside of his right foot, inside the right-hand post, and Ortega's nowhere near it. So it's a great cool finish by Havertz. Havertz celebrates. And all the Arsenal fans will be happy after that chance he missed in the first half. Bukayo Saka, they're sat in the crowds, enjoyed that one. Man City get the game back underway again with Akanji, but there's nowhere back for him now with 12 and a half minutes to go. Kovacic on the halfway line. Under pressure from Odegaard. John Stones under pressure from Odegaard. This goes back to Ortega. And Arsenal really on for the press here. Akanji goes back to Ortega. He's under pressure from Trossard. Gets it away. Ball's flicked inside for Kevin De Bruyne. De Bruyne with the outside of his foot gets a ball down the centre looking for the run of Haaland, but it's too far. And Raya picks the ball up. Underarms it straight back out to Partey. Gets the ball out to the right-hand side. Martinelli. Havertz. Goes back to Raya, who's well out of his goal. And then chips one down the right-hand side. It goes out, though. Martinelli couldn't keep that in. Thanks to everybody who's joined the channel today. If you're not a subscriber, please do become a subscriber and hit that like button. It's great to see you all supporting the channel. Really do appreciate it. We've had a good game today. It's been a great second half. And Arsenal still haven't finished yet. They come away with the ball with Odegaard. Plays it across to the left-hand side to Lewis Skelly. He has to go back. Goes to Gabriel. Gabriel gives it to Raya. It's played inside to Partey. Skelly loses the ball, but Raya drives it forward. It's well down the right-hand side and into the Man City half, but it goes out for a throw that Gvardiol's going to take. Ball comes into Kovacic, but he's quickly tackled. Ball's played forward for Havertz. He's beaten to it, but Gvardiol comes across to engage Havertz, and the ball goes out for a corner to Arsenal on the right-hand side. It's just played inside that inside right position for Havertz's run, but it was just a little bit too far in front of him, but he did earn the corner from it. Odegaard's going to take it, left-footed in-swinger again. 10 minutes to go. And it comes again, right onto the penalty spot. It's headed away by Gvardiol. It's picked up by something extravagant was changing the box there, but it comes back to Lewis Skelly on the halfway line. And Denise says, very poor from City this afternoon, expected more, and I think we all did. Got to agree there. They haven't been good, have they? I thought they'd turned the corner, but obviously they haven't. Rice gets the ball down the line again. Goes back to Rice. He can come across to Saliba. Saliba can come all the way across to Gabriel on the halfway line. Goes back to Saliba, back to Rice. Rice goes down the line. Odegaard gets it. He gives it back to Partey. Rice down the line again. Back to Rice. Back inside. Odegaard. Flicked inside across the box. It's flicked away by Akanji. It's right on his goal line. It's drilled away, but it's given away on the edge of the box. It's a poor clearance there. Partey has it. Odegaard picks the ball up. He slips his man easily and turns onto his left foot, tries to put a corner across him that's blocked. Haaland gives the foul away. It's Gabriel this time. Haaland offers his hand to Gabriel, and Gabriel don't want to know anything about it. Haaland's got to do something with that haircut. That's awful, isn't it? Substitutions incoming from Arsenal. Odegaard's going off. Is that a good game? Trossard's going off. Marino coming on for Odegaard. And Wanyeri coming on for Trossard, I would imagine. A lot of speculation about Wanyeri. There's a lot of teams interested in him. Yeah, right. Awful haircut. You're right. Ball comes to the back post. It's headed away at the back post. Ball hasn't gone out though. Gabriel has it. Plays it inside. Timber almost get to the goal line, but is tackled by Kovacic. Kovacic plays it out. It's Gvardiol. They've been hassled though and pressed. And the balls are going to go out from Kovacic for a corner. The press was on from Arsenal. They haven't given up on the 5th goal. It's taken short. Comes across, edge of the box. Saliba making his way to the goal line. Tries to put a cross in. Trying to get the corner. Goes out for a goal kick. Join us on Thursday night for the Liverpool Spurs game, the second leg of the Carabao Cup semi-final. 1-0 to Tottenham. That should be a good game. Live stream. If you can join us, please do on Thursday. Goal kick comes out. It's headed away. Throw to Arsenal on the right-hand side. There's Pep complaining. It's a bit late now, Pep. Your game's over. You're 4-1 down. Gabriel goes out to the right-hand side. Saliba gets it down the line. Is that Wanyeri with the ball? First touch. Moving backwards and forwards. Goes back to the right. Silva had a bite at him. Referee said, carry on. Partey. Gabriel. Retreating back. De Bruyne puts the pressure on. It goes back to Raya. Raya plays it inside. It's Gabriel coming forward. Partey coming forward. The Olays are out for the Arsenal passes. Out to the left-hand side. Martinelli's swapped wings. Rice lays it back. It's Gabriel. Gabriel gives it to Partey. He gives it to Saliba. Saliba goes across to the right-hand side. Played inside and flicked on. Arsenal throw. 3 minutes to go, plus added time. Looking forward to Liverpool Spurs on Thursday. Yeah, me too. It should be a good game, Denise. Hope you can join us for the watch-along. As the ball goes forward, it's headed away by Gvardiol. It's picked up by Arsenal. Ball's played down the line and back inside. It's Rice has the ball. Arsenal are settling for what they've got. Raya has the ball. Man City are certainly not going to press them at this late stage now. They haven't done it all game. Raya under pressure now from De Silva. Haaland got the ball inside. Partey slips his man and is away. Played down the right-hand side. Wanyeri comes back on his left foot, gets his cross in. It's headed away by Akanji. The spent of a corner. Couple more substitutions coming in for Arsenal. Bit late at this time with a minute and a half to go. Can't understand these substitutions this late. It's Wanyeri. He's going to take this left-footed from the right-hand side. Going to be another big in-swinger. And it comes now near post one that's flicked away. think it was Timber who got his head to it at the near post. It was almost going out for a goal kick from the corner. Raheem Sterling coming on as Miles Skelly goes off. He's had a good game. Future England player, surely. Scored a good goal. Handled Haaland well when he had to. Raheem Sterling giving him a warm congratulations. Havertz goes off. Another one who's stuck to his game. He could have hid after that early miss, but he didn't. He kept going and got a good goal that he'd probably deserved. So Skelly goes off for Calafiori and Sterling comes on for Havertz. So straight swaps, really. Calafiori will go back to left full back and Havertz will play. Sterling will play in Havertz's position. Way down that right-hand side again. Wanyeri is fouled from behind, is he, by Guardiola? He's playing the advantage. Sterling has it. He plays it down inside. Timber played the ball in. It's deflected away by the keeper and then cleared away further. Rice picks the ball up. Calafiori wants it. Martinelli gets it. Back to Rice. Under pressure from De Bruyne. Rice has it again on this left-hand side. Martinelli, Calafiori overlapping. He's got Akanji with him. Manages to get away. Retreating back. It's with Gabriel now. It's 2 minutes to go. There's no need for Arsenal to take any more risks now. Gabriel has it again on the left-hand side, just short of the halfway line. McAtee comes to him, but it ends up going all the way back to Raya. Saliba back to Raya. Raya plays it inside. Almost given away, but it's not. It's kept inside. Sterling on the halfway. Comes across. Gabriel comes to the left to Martinelli. Plays it inside. Sterling. Calafiori. Rice. Back to Gabriel. Martinelli. Rice sprays it across to the right-hand side. A good pass as well. Brought down nicely. Wanyeri has a shot and it's in. Right from the corner of the box. Left-footed into the far post. And again, Ortega didn't dive for it. Did it take another deflection or did it just go straight in? But whatever happens, it's 5-1. I know would I believe Man City could be taken apart this easily by a team who struggled to score. And yet today they've scored 5 quite easily and could have had another 2 or 3 more. Ball spread out by Rice to Wanyeri on the edge of the box on the left-hand side. He cuts inside and then just curls it. We'll get a better idea of what happened to it. He just curls it and, well, Ortega's got to have a go. He's got to dive at that, hasn't he? Yeah, I've got to agree. The goalkeeper's got to have an effort at least. He just let it go in. Gary Neville said there, the goalkeeper's got to have a go. He didn't. And that's the end. We're done at 5-1. And a massive win for Arsenal. Still keeping the pressure on Liverpool, still keeping them honest. Man City are out of it and were well beaten in this game. They look second best and a poor second best as well. And I've got to admit, that was a superb second half. mainly by Arsenal, who scored 4 goals when Haaland equalised for Man City early on in that second half. I thought this was game on. I didn't expect Arsenal to run away with it like they did. And Man City have taken a beating, and quite a big beating as well. I never expected this from the champions, soon to be ex-champions. So what do we think to that? What a game. Mikel Arteta clapping the crowd now. He'll be lapping all this up. He's got one over his old boss. No doubt about that. Pep will not be a happy bunny. I don't know who got the man of the match there, but Lewis Skelly wouldn't have been far off. He had a superb game. Stood up to Haaland well. Yeah, I've got to agree with you there. Liverpool had a good win yesterday. I won't say it was a great win, but it was a good win in the circumstances. And can't see Liverpool losing it. I mean, they've looked good all year without playing fantastic football. Yeah, I think the league is theirs if they want it. City never in it. Shadow of the former selves. No doubt they will spend millions in the close season. It's just a surprise how it's happened in mid-season. I mean, they were doing all right a third of the way into the season. Then it just all went, didn't it? I can't understand what's happened. I don't even think Pep knows what's happened. Maybe some of the players are just beginning to get a bit old in that team now. But yeah, they've got the money to spend in the close season, haven't they? So they'll be back, I'm sure. Bukayo Saka there, a very happy bunny. That's without him. I mean, if they'd have had him on that right-hand side there, God knows what the score could have been. Oh, it was a great win. I've been told it was a great win. Form team, Bournemouth, yeah. I mean, they did a number on, what did they beat? Forest, wasn't it, the week before? So where does that leave things in the league then? So Arsenal consolidate in second position. They've got a 3-point gap over Forest now. Who would have expected Forest in third position? I mean, they are 6 points ahead of Man City. Who would have thought that? Who would have thought that? Man City under a lot of pressure from Newcastle behind, and Chelsea and Bournemouth, who are all on 40 points. Man City on 41. Would it be inconceivable that Man City didn't even qualify for Europe next season? Possibly so. Hope you can join us on Thursday. The next one is the Liverpool-Tottenham game, the second leg of the qualifying. Thanks, Denise. Okay, I'll see you next time. Thanks for joining us. Thanks for your support. Been great chatting to you on the chat. Take care. We'll see you soon. Thanks to everybody else who's joined us in the channel. Before you all go, please do hit the subscribe and the like button just to help the channel grow. It's been great to see so many people in the channel today. Really do appreciate all your support. Hope you've enjoyed it, because it has been a good game, especially the second half where we've seen 5 goals go in. You can't hope for any better than that. Hope you can all join us next time on Thursday. Until then, though, I hope that everybody before they leave will hit the subscribe button. Hope you enjoy the rest of your day. Take care of yourselves, and we shall see you again on Thursday.